Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm just working. It's been a while since I started going to work on my little diecast car. I've got a little bit of free time, so I'm back in my little workshop, if you want to call it that. So I'm making an axle mounted servo, and basically using M2 screws. I couldn't find another one in well, anyway, you see one Phillips right there. That's a little bit different than the other ones, right? Used a very thin aluminum piece that you see on the bottom in comparison to that thick stuff you see there on the top, right? I tried to make one of this thicker stuff here, and then it just didn't, I was not able to bend it properly. Not that it can't be bent, it's just that I do not have the proper tools to bend it. So I've drilled holes, I've screwed it, and I've reclaimed this from something else that I don't even remember. We'll drop the servo in there, and it will sit something to that effect. Get the wire out of the way a little bit. All right, sit something like that. I think this is a 9-gram servo. I don't remember. If I have to, I'll move it to the inside to fine tune it, and I'll figure out a tie rod end deal there. Then just use something like this, an old screwdriver that's no longer useful because it's been worn out because it's been cheaply made in China, and you sharpen it to a point, scribe some lines. I don't know how easy those are to see on camera, but you can probably see that close to my right hand thumb over here. I'm just going to trim it flush with the servo right here because there's no need in having this excess metal from here up. There's no need for it. And then I will mount it to the axle on those two pins. There's two holes where the two springs go through, and that will capture the springs. Similarly to how I did here in the rear end, right? Just two screws. That stops the metal from turning left and right or rotating in any type of direction because it's one solid piece. And then, I don't know, maybe if you wanted to add some, I didn't add something to the rear end, I could if I wanted to, or you wanted to, but that captures the spring. That stops this spring right here from coming out of that hole, right? So it sits inside there. Just like that, you can probably see just a little tiny bit of it. So there we go, trimmed it down. I still need to file down any kind of sharp edges. And that will be the start of my axle mounted servo, because this is a total custom build. There are no parts readily available. In case you're wondering, the axles are out of a 1/16 scale WPL. The chassis is custom. It's part static model from a 1/24 scale Ford F50, I think. Anyway, 1956 Ford, right? And watch previous videos. It's hot glued in place, but it's actually screwed together to the custom chassis. I've done some notching, and I still got some cleanup work. I made a custom gearbox, just to kind of recap. So now, for me, I'm working on the steering, and then stay tuned for the next video.